For the most realistic steering system available on the market, look no further than Sim Steering from Leo Bodnar. Designed and hand-built at the home of British Motorsport's Silverstone circuit, it's extensively used by professional driver training centres and race teams including Formula 1 since 2010. The high precision and completely linear response coupled with high strength provides the ultimate in realistic steering force feedback. Visit simsteering.com.
Take your hobby to the next level with a quality racing rig that works great with a PS3, Xbox 360, and a PC. GT Omega Racing Simulator is compatible with a wide range of steering wheels including Logitech, Fanatic, Thrustmaster, and more. The GT Omega is available now worldwide by going to www.gtomegaracing.com.
Good morning, afternoon, midday, wherever you are in the world. Hello and welcome to Aero TV. I'm Alex Simpson. I'm joined in the commentary box this week with Mark Noble and a newcomer to the comms. Wish him luck. It's Bernie. Hi Bernie. Welcome to the comms.
Hi Alex, thanks for having me here.
Yeah, no problem mate. Mark, you're back from the bush. Been a busy week I hear, but round 5 V8 Supercars series looking good at Mid-Ohio.
Yeah, actually been away too long, haven't I? Looks like they're pumping out some good times in quali, but yeah, it should be a really good fun race for the guys. A 15 lap sprint, no pit stops, nothing, just straight out, flat out.
Yeah, so two sprint races on today. Obviously that in itself is quite a challenge. No time to make a pit strategy work, or but, you know, you've got to make your moves really quick. I mean, what are we looking out for today? What are the challenges of this circuit, and who do we think's favourite?
Bernie had a bit of a run on it. He might be give you a few tips on the challenges around here. I haven't run it for a while, I reckon probably Ian Ford and Jake Burton. Aaron Hamilton's up there, and never discount Mark Wilmington either. So, yeah, so some good drivers in there today.
Bernie, this circuit then. So just give us an idea of what the challenges the drivers are facing today.
Okay, well it's going to be quite a challenge for them because, as you probably know, these cars are overpowered and under-tired. And on this track, especially going through the tight sections, there's a lot of undulations going through the corners, which can tend to throw the back end of the car around quite a lot, so keep an eye out for that.
Great, yeah, I remember it from the IndyCar days when we used to run around here. Very, very tricky circuit. One I did kind of look forward to. It is a bit of a driver's challenge and have a lot of fun here, but overtaking always seems to be very tricky. Really just that sort of, there's going into the hairpin and perhaps going into after the back straight as well. They're the only real places to get past, so I expect to see a lot of people trying to risk it under brakes today. So
yeah, that's exactly right. And the thing is, once they get into that tight section and they start hitting those undulations, anything could happen.
Just having a quick look at the track now, weather conditions out there today as well, so not very gusty out there, just 6 km/h wind, a little bit of cloud cover. That will help with the grip level, so track's not going to get too greasy underneath them there. And yeah, 23 degrees ambient temperature as well, so not too bad, perfect for racing, I'd have to say. I want to give a quick shout out to all the sponsors here at Aero TV as well as the series. So first up, GTOmegaracing.com. Thank you to those guys who've been supporting our broadcast for quite some time now as well. So yeah, big shout out and thanks to those. LeoBodner.com as well, new sponsor on this last 12 months. If you're interested in sort of building your own sort of button boxes and components and things like that, you need a Leo Bodnar cable for adapting G27 to run on its own pedals, then look them up, give them a shout, they'll sort you out. Simgarage.com for an actual button box. Living in the States, probably a good place to give them out, some bit of variety from some of the other button boxes that are out there at the moment. Don't forget to follow us at Apex Racing TV on Twitter and Aerial TV on Facebook, and you're watching us on YouTube, so I need to tell you where that one is. Mark, you sponsor the series as well. Do you want to run down some of the other series sponsors for us?
Oh, I might have forgotten already. Coastal Kitchenware, which is part of my blokes as well. They're Tom Jones, and Aloha Gardens, which is one of my blokes as well. Our blokes getting in it all the time. Jamie Peters. So I think that's about it, isn't it? This year. Yeah,
I think so. Right, well, while we've just been chatting, just doing the intro, finding out what's going to be tricky for these drivers, we're well into qualifying now, so just about 4 minutes left, I would think. Slightly different style of qualifying. Obviously, the guys are out there on their own, so independent qualifiers, obviously we see them all merged together, but gives them a chance to have a clear track for 5 laps out there, I believe, or 4 laps is it, including the out laps and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, what's that's quite a short amount of time to get in there and get your qualifying time. I mean, that's got to be quite tricky to deal with as well, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It's I think we'd find the drivers would place down an initial qualifying lap to take the pressure off them a bit, and then start pushing it.
Yeah, let's just take a very quick look at what the provisional grid is looking like at the moment. We did see Jake Burton flash up with the fastest time of the session a short while ago, so 124.1 provisional pole position with Ian Ford in second. Not much between those as well, but a few tenths of a gap down to Paul Gorrell. So 24.5, and then Aaron Hamilton as well, so Sam Sutton in there. I know Sam's got quite a bit of race pace. He's always featured quite well in any of the races that I've had the pleasure of broadcasting on, so I expect to see him give those guys a little bit of a run for their money ahead.
Yeah, a few of the guys probably made a few mistakes trying to get that one good quality lap, so there's a few down the list that will be up there, like Will Dodd, Jamie Fuchs, that are down 9th and 10th. I'm pretty sure they'll race pace will be pretty good for those blokes.
Yeah, Will just broadcast that he doesn't like qualifying, so that could explain why he's down a bit.
Yeah, pressure's on even more when you've got limited amount of laps. When you've got 15 minutes just to go out there and pound it a little bit, it's there's a little bit less on the mind, and you just focus on what you're doing. But you know you've just got 2 or 3 laps really just to nail everything. It becomes even more tricky.
Yeah, exactly right. A few guys in there are saying, they could only get their banker lap down before the end of the session, so there's a few guys struggling in there.
Yeah, well, that'll lead for a bit of an interesting race for our point of view anyway. Some guys are obviously trying to work their way through. Like I say, with the short 15-lap race, this is it's not going to take long at all, and we're going to have to make their moves really quickly. I mean, we don't like to normally say that you can win a race on the first corner or the first lap, but I think this time you can certainly help your cause anyway.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, we got some returning faces actually tonight. It's Shane Best, one of my boys that was with me last season, or last couple of seasons. He's out in his own at the moment, so he's back again tonight.
Well, before we hit the race, I mean, obviously I read this week some news regarding the V8 series that perhaps is not what the guys wanted to hear. I know everybody's been holding out, waiting for this Holden to arrive, and everybody was crossing their fingers for Season 3, but I saw that it might not make the start of Season 3 now, so what's the thoughts on that, guys?
Yeah, well, actually, my first thought when it first was announced, I thought we would get it in Season 4 anyway.
Yeah, that was my thoughts as well. I know a few of my boys out there are really looking forward to the Holden coming out, and the sooner the better as far as they're concerned. But yeah, so they're a bit disappointed, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because you're effectively going to get 2 new cars at the same time, because the Ford itself is going to be completely redone as well. Try and match the performance of the 2 cars, so should be good when it finally does hit. But yeah, I know a lot of people were hoping for 3, but yeah, 4. It's a little bit further away.
As you can tell, I haven't been on the cars very much.
Right, well, checker flag's just come out for qualifying, so we can actually call it. And just to run through the whole grid this time, Jake Burton does indeed take pole from Ian Ford. Paul is third. Sam Sutton moved himself up ahead of Aaron Hamilton in those closing stages for 4th place. Aaron in 5th. Joshua in 6th. Mark in 7th. Yelena makes 8th on the grid. Jamie Fuchs is 9th. Will Dodd is 10th. Nils is 11th, Isaac 12th, Shane makes 13th, 14th is Steve McPherson, Brenton O'Brien, who will be in the comms box a bit later on for the Sim Racers Asia Series, is in 15th place, and Nigel Bushell makes up the remainder of the grid in 16th. Always tricky for the guys at the back of the grid. Here, you start on that corner, not easy to get the power down, I'd assume, so yeah, watch out for some action a little bit further back.
Yeah, I think when we come into the hairpin, that's where it's going to get interesting.
Green, green, green!
Yeah, lights are on, revs are building, everybody's away. Looks like a nice clean start, actually, including further back. Everybody nipping into turn 1, lots of room being given. I think that's Mark, was it, just having a little bit of a blink there. Someone a little bit sideways out of 1 as well, but so far looks so good. Yeah, actually, looks like a lot of patience being given out there by everybody. They know could end their race very, very quickly. Guys have been racing with each other for years now, so nothing too rash going off in those early corners.
Yeah, the races I've seen so far this season, with a fair few new fellas in there, they've been really good for the series actually.
Yeah, it looks like Paul's lost a few places straight off the start, but keep an eye on that. Wait for the timing sheet to update as they cross the line. Good clean start though, no problems whatsoever. Jamie leads the way.
Yeah, Jake's built up a nice lead at the start, 1.5 seconds already.
Yep, sorry, I'm not sure where I've got Jamie from, Jake. Imagining drivers everywhere. Here we go, that's why Jamie Fuchs on screen.
No, Jake had a top start off the line there, he was away straight away.
Yeah, definitely building up that gap.
Yeah, and Paul's dropped down to about 6th position from 3rd by the looks of it.
It's one of your boys there, Bernie. Mr. Gold.
Yeah, Paul's the team leader for the V8, so it's good to see he's leading the team and doing a great job.
Just don't let him near a KRF car, will you?
Oh, you guys you're our #1 targets. I tell them every week to go get you guys. Now, I'm not sure if you know it, but car 13, Niels Jordan, he's actually racing from over in Germany.
Yeah, Nils has been with us for a couple of seasons now, and he's improved out of sight, mate, from the first season he got to come here with us.
That's one thing with this series. It does, we do see a lot of drivers join here. Don't want to obviously perhaps compete in the official stuff and worry about their safety and their ratings and things like that. But we see them improve so much over the few seasons. So Neil's another driver doing exactly that.
So far it looks like a nice clean race. It's good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I honestly thought those first few laps were going to be a little bit treacherous out there for everybody, trying to make those moves. But it almost seems like they're playing the waiting game. We're pretty much a third of the way through the race already, so yeah, guys are going to have to get on it. Just looking at Steve McPherson here, he moved up a fair few places already, gained 3 spots. Joshua there as well, gaining some places. A few little individual battles starting to form as the pack's starting to spread out.
Yeah, Will jumped 1 spot and got away from this pack there, and he's, I don't know, I'll just have to check his time to see if he's catching these breaks up in front of him, so he's up to 9th now.
Yeah, 4th, 5th and 6th looks like probably the best battle on the track at the moment, I would say. Aaron Hamilton leading that from Josh and Paul. Looks like the front 3 starting to separate apart now, all got around about a 1.5 second gap from each other. I did call Sam Sutton earlier on saying that he usually does quite well in the races. Found himself in 3rd place after the first lap, so he made a cracking start.
Yeah, and it looks like Mark's just coming under threat from Yelena back in 7th and 8th at the moment.
Yeah, Mark blinking away as well. Very, very difficult for Yelena to get around him. Miss Ryder, she's not on the radio very, very shortly. Telling to get out of the way.
Yeah, I definitely think she's got the pace.
Yeah, very tricky there. I mean, it looked like for a moment she was going to get a run, and then Mark just disappeared.
Yeah,
timing the overtake is going to be probably the hardest thing you'll ever have to do, actually, in this sort of position. I know when I've got someone in front of me like that, it's just so difficult to know exactly when to try and go for it. You're just constantly worried about being taken out yourself, so...
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And rather... Sorry. As I say, rather ironically, it just looks as if every time Mark comes out of one of the slower sections onto a sort of straightaway, that's when he starts to blink when you want to get a bit of slipstream.
Yeah, I'm thinking he might have the old push to blink button working there.
Just checking back in with that battle. Further forward as well. Looks like Josh is starting to get a little bit of a comfort from Paul behind. Just a little gap starting to appear, but starting to really turn it up on Aaron ahead of him. I believe Aaron has been doing a series of street stock point of view broadcasts, if I'm not mistaken, so worth a watch if anyone hasn't seen them. I've had some chuckles, to say the least, with what goes on.
Yeah, good little battle here with Steve McPherson and Isaac.
Yeah, Steve in 12th, Isaac in 11th. At some point they have swapped over, so looks like Isaac's made his way through. We appeared to have lost Shane Best. I don't think he took to the grid, which is unfortunate.
I think we might have lost Mark as well.
That's a shame. I was just saying, that last corner there, we're just watching this Isaac and Steve battle out there. Drivers taking very, very different lines, and I mean, that is one of the corners out there that I think baffles. Oh, that's Isaac getting very out of shape, still drifting the back end through the hairpin, manages to hold on to it. Steve here is going to get a great run down this back straight. This is the opportunity for him to get a move. Looks to the inside. Isaac gives him just enough room. Fair driving. Could have shut the door early on that one. It's all about last of the late breakers now. Steve running a little bit deep. Isaac's going to have a little look around the outside. He's going to get the inside here if he can maintain it. I don't think he's far enough alongside. Steve's going to be able to take that position away. Back up into 11th place. Great driving. Capitalised on that little mistake there from Isaac. But yeah, sorry Bernie, I was saying about that final corner. I think that baffles all sim racers of all abilities with which line to take through there. I mean, what's your opinion on that last corner there?
Oh, definitely, it's a real handful, and with these cars you really have to feather the throttle and really nurse them through here. It's a lot of hard work, especially on this track.
Yeah, it looks like Ian's slowly starting to catch up Jake at the front as well. I'm not sure he's going to get close enough to have an actual attempt though, but we'll keep an eye on that one as that progresses. Sam Sutton just sort of in a race of his own now for the final podium position. Quite a gap in front, quite a gap behind. Aaron Hamilton still with that little bit of pressure from Josh behind him.
Yeah, I've also found, sorry, Nobby, I've also found Mark. It looks like he's passed Will. Looks like Will might have had a bit of a moment somewhere.
Yeah, let's see if we can have a look, see what happens.
Yelena's had the problem because Will was behind Yelena and Mark.
Yeah, it looks like she had a bit of an off-track moment on lap 8, I think it was. Let's have a look, see if we can just bring that up on replay, see what that might have been. I don't think that's jumped back properly, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Technical glitches, always here at Aerial TV.
The battle continues between Stephen and Isaac. They're inseparable, these two.
Oh, he loves a good old drift around that final corner, doesn't he, Isaac?
Yeah, I was holding my breath then.
It was just watching the leaner. It was lap 6 at the hairpin. Didn't hit anything, just straight across the grass, and Will got through while she was on the grass, so no damage.
Again, contrasting lines in penultimate corner.
Yeah, well, she's pulled up the Will too. Definitely got the pace on this track.
Yeah, I think she had the pace on mark as well. Just that little mistake set her back a little bit. So, as we said earlier on, it's very difficult to get on past in this track. Really, the two places, and you kind of need to rely on the driver ahead making that little mistake, as we saw with Isaac and Steve earlier on. I think we lost Bernie this time.
Oh,
And he's back.
welcome back.
But yeah, definitely starting to put the pressure on Will. Will was a driver who we thought was going to sort of perhaps come up during this race. Not the best of qualifying for himself, and he's gained 2 spots at the moment, so any kind of gain is a positive, I guess. 8th place, he'll be wanting a little bit more than that though.
Yeah, I think it's a. I'm not quite sure how many, but it's a reverse grid, I think, for the second race. I think top 10, I think.
Just on board with Helena now, very tight line through the hairpin. Will perhaps running a little bit wider than he wants. It looks like she might have a run this time. Car getting a little bit out of shape, having to, excuse the expression, Helena, manhandle it around there. But in the end, Will just brakes a little bit late, not able to get much of a slipstream. Definitely from on board here, looks comfortable in the car. Definitely looks like got the pace over Will, just looking for that little gap. Sure, keeps piling the pressure on the. That will come. Over that little crest. Car goes so light over there. I think any car, doesn't matter whether it's a massive downforce formula car or this, these sort of big heavy tin tops. Always got to be just a little bit careful.
Yeah, unfortunately Bernie's gone off the server too, so he's only running wireless at the moment, waiting for his
back on TeamSpeak. Looks like you're having some connection issues, Bernie. Will deep into the hairpin. Yelena up the inside, that's the place back. Like we said, just piling that pressure on. Got the best of Will there.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm back now.
Yeah, no worries. These things happen. I think it was a couple of weeks ago now. Really, my system crashed while in the middle of the broadcast for the Watkins Sim Races Asia. So, it'll be a nightmare. Still keeping an eye on this battle for well, what is now 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Sam Sutton down to 8th place. What's going on with Sam?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think I'll see what qualified.
Yeah, he's into the pits. Car looks like he's crabbing a little bit, so let's just jump it back 60 seconds, see if we can't get a replay of what might have gone on there. looks like damage is already done at this point. Back a bit further. Yeah, here he is now being put under pressure from Aaron Hamilton just a couple of laps ago. Oh, Aaron gets a little bit out of shape under braking. Up the inside, turns Sam round. Rear. I guess that's going to be rear wheel damage he's going to have there. I'd be gutted for that as well. To say I don't think Sam did anything wrong there. There really wasn't the room up the inside. I think you'd call that a racing incident, but I think from a steward's point of view, I think had we got some live admins in there, I think he'd be getting a drive-through penalty right now. That's my opinion.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Looks like Sam's called it a night. He's disappeared from the pits.
Yeah, that car didn't look in the best of shape. I believe you still get the fast tow, so you would have been able to get a repair. We know it doesn't always work though. I wonder now if Aaron's got a little bit of damage on the front end of his car as well, because Josh started to close in quite a bit. Bernie, your lad Paul, fighting his way back up as well, 5th. 2 laps to go. If these guys come together, could be a podium on the cards for him.
Yeah, that'd be really good for Paul. I'm just having a look in the pits here, and we've got quite an unhappy Sam Sutton at the moment. I don't think he felt that move was very well executed.
Yeah, I think we figured that one. He's looking good for a podium. 3 or 4 laps to go. Just needed to defend his position as Jake comes across the start-finish line to start his final lap. One thing about these sprint races, the pack's still always relatively close. It's the nature of the short little sprint. And it looked like at one point he was going to start to close the gap, but that didn't happen. Settled down for 2nd place. I think this is the last opportunity for Josh to make a move. I think Aaron's just a little bit too far away. No amount of slipstream is going to get him up into a position to go for a move. Aaron's car looks very shaky under the brakes, and I think that's really what led to the incident with Sam. Is was all over the place in the braking zone into the hairpin. Jake's now just sort of navigating the last few corners of this race. He'll be happy to take the victory in the first of the sprint races today. He's got his work cut out for the next one, but Jake Burton comes across, take the win here. Mid-Ohio, Ian Ford will come across for 2nd place. Aaron's still holding on to that 3rd. He's going to take it, followed by Josh and Paul. Mark's going to come through after being put under a lot of pressure for a good portion of the first stint of this race by Yelena. She does come across with a strong 7th place. I'm pretty sure we'll be delighted with that. Knows that she's got the pace as well in this next race, so perhaps the reverse grid will help. Wildod comes across in 8th. He gained a few places, but I have to feel he'll probably be a little bit disappointed with that, Mark.
Yeah, he seemed to struggle a bit, didn't he? I haven't talked to the boys all week, so I don't know how their practice went or anything, so I'm not sure what happened to him.
Yeah, Jamie Fuchs finds himself in 9th place, Steve McPherson in 10th. Yeah, Neil's in 11th, Isaac down in 12th. Brenton in 13th. So Brenton struggled out there today. Sorry, we didn't really feature Brenton at all, but yeah, definitely struggling out there. Nigel Bushell as well, 14th. So obviously we see Sam Sutton retired and Shane Best didn't manage to get off the line. Well, an interesting first race, I have to say. We, I guess we'll take a short little break very soon and get ready for this next one.
Yeah, Steve will be letting us know when it's ready, mate, the next session. So
great. Well, we'll just stay in this one for a moment and wait for the next session to get up, rather than breaking the stream. But what we'll do is we'll just zip back to the early laps. We'll go and have a cup of tea, and we'll be back for the next one. Right, and I'm back. Alex Simpson here from ARL TV. The next session is up, so we're just going to go for a quick advert break while we get all ready, loaded into the next server. The race should start in about 8 minutes time, so stay tuned, we'll be right back.
What is so important about driving faster than anyone else?
A lot of people go through life doing things badly. Racing's important to men who do it well. When you're racing, it's life. Anything that happens before or after, it's just waiting.
Welcome back to ARL TV. We are in the next session, ready and waiting for some action, reverse grid order, all sorts going off. Let's take a very quick look at where the driver's going to line up. Not 100% sure on this, Bernie. I wonder if you can have a look at the qualifying grid. I'm not seeing anything on my overlay. Looks like perhaps Neil, Sam, Jamie, Will, Steve for me, but maybe you can tell me otherwise.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on the overlay at the moment either, so not sure what's happening there.
I guess we're just going to be surprised when the start of the race happens. Welcome back to the comms box, Mr. Noble.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got just a little over 4 minutes to go. Just the guys just warming up. Everybody jumping back into this second server. So you're bored there, just putting in fastest lap of this little warm up.
I think your gremlin's come to haunt you this week, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the guys are going to be as reserved this race or let it all hang out in the first couple of laps.
Yeah, well this time obviously we have got the quicker guys coming through, so I guess it's all about how aggressive they are and whether or not the others feel that they can try and hold them up for these 15 laps. It's doable here, you know, you maintain your line and don't make any mistakes. You're going to be very, very difficult to overtake. You focus on the exits of those two key corners, so turn 1 and the exit of the hairpin as well, and anyone's going to struggle to get past.
So if Sam didn't finish that race, does that mean he's going to start on pole?
Well, I would have to think so. Is it just the top?
He'd have to be one of the favourites then, I'm sure.
Yeah, if he can build up a lead in those first 5 or 6 laps perhaps, while, you know, some of these guys are fighting trying to get through the pack, and if they even do at all, you might have enough gap to hold on to it.
Yeah, I think it might be just a top 10, I'm not sure.
In that case, he's going to find himself right at the back and not enjoying himself even more.
Yeah, I did watch the replay of that. Yeah, I sort of agree with you, Alex, as well, what you said before on that incident.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, it was a bit of a racing incident because you see Aaron get out of shape going into the corner, but unfortunately, from an admin's point of view, definitely the officials would, I think, would deem that as causing an avoidable accident. Yeah, just the last of the drivers really connecting now, getting themselves into the server, ready for this second race. I think more than anything, I'm just eagerly awaiting to see how the grid's going to line up.
Yeah, unfortunately, iRacing don't put it up until the warm-up or practice is finished.
Yeah, which definitely does make our job a little tricky, but we'll go with that. Mark, that's your job. As soon as it comes up, you gotta tear it out to us so we can hear it and everyone knows.
Right, I've got the grid sitting up here, nothing yet.
Yeah, no pressure, Mark.
Good on you. It's worse than a driver too when you're doing. I've done races like this, and there's 2 separate qualifying, say, and all of a sudden you don't even know what split you're in. Righto, here we go. Nils Jordan on pole, Steve McPherson second, Jamie Fuchs third, Will Dodd fourth, that'll be Mark Warmington fifth, Paul Gorrell sixth, Joshua Burton seventh, Aaron Hamilton eighth, Ian Ford ninth, Jake Burt 10th, Isaac 11th, Brett O'Brien 12th, Yelena 13th, Nigel 14th, and Sam 15th. I don't know how that worked, but anyway, that's how it is.
I was about to say, something's going on there. Obviously, Elena definitely got a bum deal there. She should have been up in and around, but nonetheless, lights are coming on. Guys are getting ready for this second of the sprint race here at Mid-Ohio. And we are racing. Looks like a good start from everybody again, nice and clean, no one losing it out of shape, as I thought perhaps they might do in the back of the field. This is where all the fun's going to start though. Quick guys coming through, Mark just having a little bit of a blink there as well. With 3 wide going down this back straight into the hairpin. Aaron Hamilton having a look up the inside of Ian Ford there. Yeah, Neil's pulled away a pretty sizable gap already. Steve McPherson coming under a little bit of pressure from his teammate. Oh, somebody's steaming in there. I'm not sure who that was. Manages to get the car stopped. I think that's Jamie Fuchs. Barely gets it stopped, I have to say.
Yeah, that was definitely Jamie. It was excellent driving to keep them all from hitting each other through there.
Yeah, still side by side with, is that Will Dodd? No, it's not Will, sorry, it's Steve, isn't it? Steve conceded the position. It looks like he's coming under a bit of pressure again as well now.
I tell you what, they're going for it this one.
Yeah, one thing about this reverse grid order, it certainly tightens the pack up a lot. We looked like it was spreading out already this time last race, but nothing between the grid at this point.
Yeah, great first 2 laps by everyone.
Is that Paul perhaps having a look? We're 3 wide again. No, Ian decides he's not going to make it there. I think that might be Sam Sutton trying to make his way through as well. Ian perhaps having a little look on the inside of Sam, thinks nothing of it, just needs to hold that inside, see if he can get Aaron. I think that was Mark going extremely deep as well. Yeah, Aaron does indeed concede the position to Ian there. Just waiting for the overlay to catch up with all the position changes.
Sam's done a great job from last.
Yeah, I don't really know how he does it, but definitely he manages to get some amazing starts week in, week out. Will Dodge just sets the fastest lap of the race, so he's closing that gap in on Niels already, and I think that Sam got himself all out of shape. I'm guessing he got a corner cut penalty there, just a little bit too tight. All that hard work completely undone in one move.
Yeah, Jamie had it hanging out through the first corner as well. Great car control.
Yeah, Steve's struggling a little bit, finding himself slipping further back. Needs to just sort of get in line. It's very difficult when you find yourself offline with this train of cars behind you. They can all sort of flow through.
This is absolutely brilliant up front.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know, Neil's finding himself under a lot of pressure from Will at the moment.
He's doing a great job.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly Jake's got himself up into second place.
Yeah, it looks like Paul's coming up to put some pressure on Will as well, so it's heating up, guys.
Yeah, has a little look down into the hairpin, but thinks nothing of it.
Don't you touch that KRF car.
And it looks like Jamie Fuchs just lost a couple of places as well going into the hairpin as well. I think Ian certainly got himself through. We have new leader.
Yeah, Jake's just got through.
Yeah, Jake got a great run out of that hairpin there. Niels just couldn't defend enough. This race is not over for Niels though. He's still in second place. He's got a buffer between him and the likes of Paul and Ian, so you know, he could find himself still on the podium here. Will's probably spending more time looking backwards than he is forwards. Constantly worried what these guys are going to be doing behind him.
And Jamie's coming to join in the battle now, so it's really getting exciting here.
Jake sets the new fastest lap of the race, 24.9. You can see he's already building up quite a healthy lead. Battle further back as well between, I think that is that Josh and Jamie? Not sure who that is actually, sorry.
And Ian just got Paul. Good move.
I tell you what, I'm impressed with Dills. Give Bernie a big head now.
We said about it earlier, you know, the importance of just holding your line here at Mid-Ohio. It's very, very tricky to overtake, and this is showing that, you know, you can keep some really quick guys behind you.
Yeah, Ian's all over the back of Will now.
When Jake is lapping 2 seconds a lap faster than Neil, so you can understand how he just about managed to get a run, but he there really only just got past. So the longer this stint goes, the cars are going to be just a little bit freer. Yeah, Ian having a look down the inside turn 1 on Will. I think Will's going to concede the position, squeezes him a little bit, trying to make him work for it. He's going to have the inside going into the hairpin now. Ian just ducks back in, perhaps looking to switch back under, up the inside again. I think Will give him a little bit too much room there, just a little bit concerned he was going to get run into. He's definitely got the move done this time. He's got his car placed, the right-hander up ahead. Go on, Will, have a look up the inside, son. Thinks better of it.
It's the most aggressive I've ever seen, Will. Good on him.
Yeah, now Ian sets his sight on Niels. Niels is going to have to start checking that rear view mirror again. Great little battle though, all these cars in this train. Jake has run off in the distance, so now 3.6 seconds, so Ian looking just a little bit out of shape there. 3 cars of Will, Dodd, Paul and Aaron are getting very, very close as well. Josh want to get involved. Neil's going very defensive into turn 1. He's going to get a better run out on this straight, but takes to the grass just a little bit, so won't get past this time. Aaron having a quick look on Paul up the inside. Now he likes to favour that move. Gets the move done as well. Oh, drifting it out of the corner, a little bit of contact. Bit of netcode causing those guys to run a little bit wide, I think, there. I'm guessing Josh, yeah, Josh gets himself through as well, picks up 2 places.
Further back in the field, guys, he is coming under pressure from Mark as well. Looks like Mark's just making a move on the inside, and Jamie holds him off.
Yeah, this little gaggle as well is hotting up quite nicely. So 2 real big packs out there today.
Yeah, there's definitely racing all through the field in this one. Really good to watch.
Pretty sure Yelena will be spitting in that car as well. Knows she should have been a lot further up on the grid than what she was. Had the pace as well, hasn't really been able to show it today, I feel.
Will and Ian were having touchy-feely through the last corner there. Paul's got through both of them. Oh no, that's still
Yeah, Paul's actually fallen back down to 7th after getting. I'm not really sure what happened there. Sorry, that was with Aaron, wasn't it? The lap before. So, and then they went a little bit wide onto the grass and lost that extra place to Josh.
Yeah, that's right.
Will Dodd coming under a bit of pressure here. Josh trying to work his way around the outside. He's got the line this time. Oh, a little bit of banging going through there. Will's going to hold on to it. Separate the pack up a little bit. Aaron waiting to pounce.
Will's got a fair bit of damage off that too on the right front.
Ian still trying to work his way past. Neil's here. Can't find a way. He's looking left, he's looking right. And while all this is going on, Jake's just out there having fun, setting new fastest lap of the race. He's got him this time, surely, down in the inside, into turn 1. Neil's going to hold it round the outside, perhaps have a little run. Nah, nothing going. Ian this time makes the move stick.
All these boys behind that, they're going to hammer and tong.
Josh again up the inside, Will leaving the room. I have to say, Mark, you need to get in there and tell them to close that door.
Well, he hasn't given up yet.
It's going to be tricky here. He's going to need to hold it round the outside of this turn. Very, very hard to do. But if he does it, he'll have the inside. Oh, he gives in a little bit. Oh, switch back. Nice. Round the outside. Aaron trying to get in there. Paul having another look back as well. Jamie Fuchs dropped down to 14th place now. Had a jump into the pit, so has Isaac. Guessing those guys have had a little coming together. Yelena finds herself up to 9th place, tucked up behind Mark. Familiar view for her. That second pack actually is completely spread apart, so I'm not sure what happened in that previous lap, but I'm guessing those two guys jumping in the pits, that's perhaps what's caused it. Being a bit drifting through penultimate turn. Looks like Josh got himself past Will Dodd as well. I think that's Aaron. Will just going a little bit deep there. He's lost places to Paul as well now, so couldn't quite hold off in there. 6 laps to go. The driver that's still impressing the most is Niels, though. Still in that podium position. I think the onslaught's going to start to happen very, very soon, though.
Yeah, Will was pushed a bit. Will was pushed a bit wide coming into turn 1, which put him into the grass, which could explain why he's dropped back a bit.
Yeah, I don't know how Aaron's car's still going. He's hit that many cars in this race.
Yeah, Aaron up to 5th. Paul again, want to get himself back past.
Just my weird sense of humour.
Niels is coming under pressure from Josh again.
Yeah, and Yelena again as well, really starting to pile the pressure on Mark, so lots of different little individual battles starting to form. Paul wants past on Aaron too. 5 laps to go as they cross the line this time. Josh perhaps just taking time, a little bit too much curb there. Cost him the run this time. Niels shutting that door into that hairpin. Oh, Josh out of shape on the grass. Leaves a little bit of pressure there. He's going to drop him way back down. 6th place, just in front of Will Dodd. Now Neil's got Aaron behind him. Defended so well all race, still trying to hold on to this podium position. Aaron just giving him a little bit of a love tap. One more dent of that Lenovo car.
Yeah, Josh just had a look at the replay, guys, and it looks like he's just got the wheel just about in the grass, which is throwing him across the track with a bit of wheel spin, which is very unfortunate.
Yeah, he's having a look up the inside of Paul there. Paul a little bit out of shape through penultimate corner. 4 laps to go. Jake, well, if nothing else goes off on this race, he's going to win this one quite comfortably. 13 seconds lead. Ian Ford pulling away a little bit from this pack. Aaron having a look up the inside. We know how good he is on the brakes there. Niels defends. Was hoping perhaps for the cutback, it looked like there, but Nothing coming. Aaron keeps it. Oh, Paul and Josh side by side. Contact made. Will goes around the outside. So does Yelena and Mark in the background. So disaster for Paul and Josh.
Nils has taken the spot back.
Yeah, I think in all that confusion with what was going on.
This will be the first time actually going through opposition team.
Yeah, just needs
I'd love to see him get.
Sorry,
I'd
go on,
love to
Mike.
see him get a podium.
Yeah, same as always rooting for the underdog. 3 laps to go. Across the start-finish line. Aaron definitely looks racy out there though, right on the tail. He's going to have a look into one. Nils defends it quite early. Good solid defending there. Both drivers perhaps a little hot. Aaron getting the switchback. He's going to be side by side, but he's going to be forced around the outside this time. Nils just needs to keep it tucked in tight. Should be able to hold on to it. Aaron again very late on the brakes. Perhaps a bit deep this time. Nils is still there on that power. Going to get a little bit of side draft perhaps. Going to be tricky. Aaron's got himself through. Have to make the move again. Yeah, the importance here really just doesn't let him settle. He might just be able to get back past again. Will Dog closing in on this battle. Will's not giving up at all, and neither is Mark and Yelena as well. Those two are catching this little pack up. Josh and Paul 8th and 9th. Brenton down in 10th. He's coming under a lot of pressure from Steve McPherson as well. Yeah, Aaron's built up enough of a gap now. I think he's pretty safe. Neil's having to defend from Will. Mark defending from Yelena. Yelena thought might have had a little bit of run that time, but just a little bit out of shape on the exit. Just tucked back in. Will just dropping back a little bit through that infield section there. You can see the damage on his car, perhaps just not helping him a little bit. Jake crosses the start finish line for what is the last lap of this race already. He's absolutely flown by. Well, all these guys crossing the line, 1 lap to go. Who's going to make the moves count? Now's the time to do it. Yelena must surely want to get past Mark. Will want that top 5. Well, he's in top 5, sorry. We'll want that 4th position. Aaron's going to be delighted with 3rd. He's actually closing in on in 4th quite quickly, but far too far back to do anything about it. Steve McPherson and Brenton still battling at it. Steve having a look now down into the hairpin. Side by side. Going to do anything. Brenton just holds it nicely round there. Jake coming down the short back straight into the penultimate corner. I have to say he navigated the traffic fantastically. He drifts it around the final corner in style. Absolutely beautiful. having fun out there, enjoying himself. What a fantastic victory from him today.
Yeah, Mark's coming under a lot of pressure from Elena at the moment. Only a couple of corners to go though.
Yeah, Ian come across in second. Aaron in third. I'm not sure what's going on with my timing screens because it's messing things up at the moment. But those four maintain the positions they were in. Josh comes across in seventh. Brenton's going to hold off Steve McPherson for... I'm not really sure where everybody is at the moment because according to my timing screen, Jake's been demoted to 14th, so I'm really not sure what's going on there, and everybody's been bumped up a place, so we'll have to get some confirmations on the stand-ins in a moment. Yeah, Mark, you probably got the official times from the sim there. I wonder if you could just give us a shout and tell us what they are.
Yeah, you got Jake Burton, of course, first. Ian Ford second. Aaron Hamilton got last of the pole. Last of the... Nils Jordan fourth. Will Dodd fifth. Mark Warmington sixth. Yelena seventh. Joshua Burden eighth. Brenton O'Brien ninth. Steve McPherson 10th, Paul Gore 11th, Nigel Bushell 12th, Jamie Fuchs 13th, Isaac 14th, and Sam 15th.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened to Sam after he had that really good start again. Definitely had a weekend that he's going to want to forget, I think. But one driver who will be happy will be Jake Burton, 2 for 2. It doesn't get much better than that, I have to say, fellas.
I reckon there might be a big grinner there with the Bills.
Yeah, definitely. 4th place in that race. He'll be absolutely stoked with that. Bernie, you know, your teammate there. What can you say about that drive today?
I'm really proud of Nils at the moment, guys. That race, he was just under pressure for that whole race, and he did a stellar job for our team. So I'm a bit speechless by it, but I'll send him a note to congratulate him on it. It was a good race.
Right, just while we've got some of the guys coming in to have a little bit of an interview with us, we'll just go for a very, very quick break, and we'll be back chatting to the lads.
Take your hobby to the next level with a quality racing rig that works great with a PS3, Xbox 360, and a PC. GT Omega Racing Simulator is compatible with a wide range of steering wheels including Logitech, Fanatec, Thrustmaster, and more. The GT Omega is available now worldwide by going to www.gtomegaracing.com.
Welcome back to ARL TV. Alex Simpson, Mark and Bernie here with you today. Let's just let's drag our race Victor up, have a quick chat with him. Jake, congratulations, 2 for 2 today. You must be ecstatic with the performance. I mean, first race, you know, from the pole position, just led the race, pulled away a nice little gap from Ian. I would say fairly straightforward race. But this second one, you know, the reverse grid, tell us a little bit about that one, having to fight your way up.
Oh my god, that was interesting. Yeah, started out of P10 and yeah, it was one of those, you know, I knew Ian had a lot more pace than I did, so I knew that in order to win this race I'd have to build a gap and get through the field quickly like I did with Tobias at Sonoma. But yeah, I got a nice getaway. Then we got into turn 1, it was kind of a bit gridlocked, like everyone, there was no room to move, and Aaron Hamilton, I think it was, got on the brakes a little early, and I was like 3 wide on the outside with Ian and Aaron. It was fantastic that we all kept off each other, but at the same time very scary, and I ended up passing a few more cars in the following corners, and as far as I know, Ian got stuck behind another car, which unfortunate for the race because probably made it a little bit boring, but yeah, it's a shame he couldn't come up and take it to me, but yeah, it was awesome fun. Very happy to bring first round win for new team.
Yeah, congratulations, mate. I mean, just having a look, obviously you got up into what, 4th place by the end of the first lap, which is pretty fantastic, driving from 10th. So you know, congrats on that. That's some progression there. Just want to just ask, you know, who were the challenges to get past there? You know, anyone stand out? Because you don't normally fight some of these guys a bit further back. You know, just like the difference with the qualifying means that you have some battles with some unfamiliar faces. You know, who was tricky out there?
Niels was very surprisingly. Even though he probably didn't have the greatest pace in the field, he plays a very good defensive game, and it was very difficult to get around him. And I'm sure when you speak to Ian, he'll agree with me. But yeah, he did very well to finish 3rd. And yeah, I'd say he would be the most by far. And then yeah, I had a lot of tosses with Sam and Ian, of course. But yeah, it would be Niels for sure. And
next week, I'm sorry, I forgot to look at the schedule. Where are we actually at next week?
We're at Bathurst.
Ooh, yeah, biggie. So how are you looking forward to that one?
Really keen actually. Last season my best result was at Bathurst in ARL. I think Tobias and I came 1-2 and Stenny P3 that race. So new team, new setup, new set of scenarios, and I'm sure it'll be a pretty tight battle between Tobias and I. As far as I know, I don't think Ian's racing, which is unfortunate, but I'd love to try and take it to Tobias. His lead's getting a bit too much, I think.
Well, obviously he's not here today, so you closed that up quite a chunk, so all goes to help.
It would have been nice to see had he have been here, but still, I'm ecstatic with the results. So.
Well, anyone you want to give a quick shout out to while you're in the on air? Should we say?
Yeah, of course, just team sponsors, Sim Insurance and Custom Image Concepts, and most importantly, Lee from Trans-Tasman Racing, my teammate. He provided me with a setup, and it's just a rocket ship tonight. And I honestly did not think I'd be able to take it to Ian, but very happy with the setup. So thanks, Lee.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Go enjoy your victory. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you at the mountain.
Jake Burton there taking both victories today in style, I have to say. Let's, if we don't grab him mid-conversation, let's quickly speak to Ian Ford. Hello, fella. Welcome to the comms box. Tell us a little bit about those races today.
It was pretty insane. The first race was just a tense battle between me and Jake. Just he had the upper hand because he had the clear air, I think, and my car just fell off towards the end because I was just trying to push too hard into some corners. And the second race, like, man, I've never been in a reverse grid race, but that was insane. It was 3 wide like the whole first lap.
Yeah, I think we were talking to Jake about, you know, the traditional grid. You know, everything's fairly straightforward, and you know, you pull away, you find your place, but you're out there in this second race, you're battling people who you're not quite familiar with. I mean, what's the challenges of that? I mean, you got confidence with what they're going to do. I mean, usually driving around people week in, week out, you tend to know, but you know, how do you line up for you know, passes for people you don't normally race against?
Normally you know who the erratic drivers are and you just try and steer clear of them, but most of the time I just make it clear where I'm going, and you know, I hope they see that and follow suit sort of thing. Like, we can fight side by side as me and Niels, I think it was, and Will did, and it's just basically, you know, just push as hard as you can and try and force your way through, which is quite difficult at times, like especially through the back section of this track.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking at the start of the broadcast, really saying about how tricky this circuit is to overtake as well. So, you you know, the reverse grid order. When you were sat down in 9th place on the on the grid, what were you thinking? Where, you know, had you got some plans ahead of where you were going to make all your moves, or did you just take it as it comes?
I definitely knew I was going to have to try and get a decent move done into the first corner because Jake was behind me, and I knew that he was going to be the main opponent for the race, sort of thing, on pace-wise. So, you know, I just saw the 2 cars ahead and went, okay, I've got to find a gap before that first corner, and I went inside, Jake went outside, and 3 wide through the first corner. Lucky we all didn't just explode and die there, I think. And, you know, just took it as it came from after that. Just had the second corner, I think it was a pretty good corner. And other than that, there's no real overtaking spots, because if you turn in too early, you just kill the tyres. If you turn in too late, it just scrubs off the speed. So, you know, you had to be pretty perfect for most of the race to actually get through the field.
Well, next week we're at Bathurst. I think Jake just mentioned you might not be able to make that one.
Nah, it's my brother's 30th next weekend, so I'm going to be missing the Saturday night race with you guys, but I'll be on for the Sunday and Monday main races.
We can't deny an opportunity to get on the sauce and have a good time.
Oh, that's it. It's probably my one day off for the week, so might as well enjoy it.
Well, anyone you want to give a quick shout out to while you're live on air?
Just thanks to all the Demi-Dog boys for, you know, accepting me and their team and everything last season, and let's see if we can go back to Bathurst and get a decent result for the team.
I haven't got your skin. Is it on Trading Paints yet, or is that coming?
It should be on Trading Paints, I think.
Ah, strange. I'm just still seeing the generic Logitech, you know, default iRacing one, I think.
That's all good. Yellow stands out anyway.
Alright, well, hopefully we'll catch that next time. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and you know, and your brother's birthday the following week, and we'll see you after.
Thank you. See you guys in 2 weeks.
Cheers, mate. Right, guys, who should we bring up next? I'm thinking probably Sam, actually. Let's hear from completely opposite end of the grid.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Welcome to the comments box, Mr. Sutton. Not the weekend you wanted today, but wasn't for a lack of making some great moves and good early progress. Just tell us a little bit about the starts of your races, and then unfortunately the outcomes.
Yeah, well, the first race kind of went according to plan. I qualified higher than what I thought it would, given the lack of time I spent in the car now, but sitting in third was pretty comfortable. Just an unfortunate incident with another guy out there. Brushed that off pretty quick, but starting at the back in race 2 was very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you made some crazy progress in those first few laps as well, so, you know, unfortunately we didn't catch where you made all the moves, but you know, just talk us through that first lap of that restart, the second race stories.
Well, I just had my car set up different. I was running a very short gear ratio, so off the line I picked up 3 dudes straight away. Very good getaway. Went around the outside of Brett and O'Brien into turn 1 and was up to 11th by turn 2. And we just ran side by side for the whole lap, and somehow we ended up in 8th. It was good racing, especially given the racing some Euros and stuff, just giving a bit more room, but a lot of guys out there, very good, talented drivers.
What caused the final incident as well? We didn't see that on camera, but
that was just a booby by me. I went a bit too hard at the brake trying to pass Brendan, and just locked up the inside front and just went on into him. But apologised, and he went on and finished, and the car was too wrecked and I couldn't get around to the fast toe.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Well, hopefully we'll see you bounce back next week at Bathurst.
Definitely looking forward to that. I don't know what sort of race it is for you guys there, whether it's an enduro or a sprint, but definitely a track I enjoy.
Yeah, Nobby, perhaps you can fill us in on what the potential schedule is. We do an enduro race this season, or is it just a regular? I can't remember.
Well, I didn't set it up this year, but this season, but I'm pretty sure Bathurst is usually enduro, so usually an hour and a half race.
Yeah. Oh well, that'll be an exciting one. Sam, you're live and on there, of course. Anyone you want to give a shout out to, sponsors or anyone?
Apparently just the Cosmo Lighting boys over at Synergy Sim Racing, they whacked the set together for me. I jumped in the car at session start today, so they whacked the set in there for me, and it was magic. So Cosmo boys are very good.
Cool, great. Thanks, mate. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you in a week's time.
Cheers, lads.
Right, who shall we grab? Do you know what? I'm gonna grab all of the guys up next. Have a quick chat to all of them. Jamie, Josh, Mark, welcome to the comms box. Pretty hectic race out there for everybody today.
Yeah, it seemed that way.
Yeah, it was pretty happy with my race setup overall, but yeah, just a few little things to come back next week.
Well, I was just gonna say, I mean, most of you guys were in battles actually throughout both races, the second race especially. I mean, we were just chatting to the guys there. Mark, you were defending most of the race. I mean, how do you find this track? I mean, is it an easier place to defend? I mean, it's always known to be quite tricky to overtake. I mean, you had Yelena chasing you down for quite some time.
Yeah, normally I love it here, but I haven't done much practice, so that's excuse number one. Second one is I hate the sprint races. They just don't suit me because, as you probably will have seen, everybody's feisty because you don't have a lot of time to make a move. So race 2 particularly, there's elbows out, people making moves they probably wouldn't make in an endurance race, and you have to make a choice of yield and give up the space and position, or perhaps go off the track and have an incident. So I probably could have found that usual gap to be happy by myself, but I just couldn't get past, I think it was Jamie, because I didn't want to dive bomb in on him. And then, yeah, that meant that at the end of the race, Yelena was like smelling blood in the water, and I thought, I'm not giving up any more places, not in this race.
Yeah, and Josh, you had quite an interesting race in that second one as well. Made up a lot of places early on, looking pretty good. But I think a little mistake sort of midway through the race set you back a little bit.
Yeah, I had a couple of little moments racing Paul Gorrell, and just came together a little bit, which I again apologise for, and put me back to about 9th, I think. But yeah, probably on for a podium, but anyway.
Yeah, I mean, same sort of situation you were finding as Mark, just tricky to overtake there, pretty intense in that that second race?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, people didn't want to let you past either, obviously, so it was very, very tricky, and on top of that, it's a difficult track to overtake in any way, so...
And Jamie, what do you think of these these reverse grid sprint races?
They're hectic. A lot of fun though.
Something we want to see a little bit more of, or?
Oh, definitely. Even though it doesn't really suit my style, but definitely keep it.
And next week we're at Bathurst, so how are you fellas looking for that?
It'll be my first race if I make it.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Probably one of my best tracks out there, so... And just the nature of the track is going to be great.
Yeah, nothing better for a broadcast point of view than the V8s around there, I think.
Yeah, and I think it really suits the car. It really suits the car there, and I think you really have to be on a rhythm, because everyone knows if you lose it in one turn and you go off, you're just going to wipe out half the field.
Right, guys, I just start with you, Mark. Just want to give opportunity just to give a quick shout out to your sponsors.
Yeah, we've got to thank Kimmy's Raw Fencing as per usual. So thanks, Nobby, for the support. Try and plaster over the car a little bit more. Because I plastered the car in a tree sometime.
You're right, mate.
And Josh?
Just a big shout out to all the guys at jffracing.com. great support there, so really good.
Jamie, you guys teammates, I think, are you?
Yeah, we are.
Same goes for you then.
Exactly. And thanks, guys.
Yeah, no
Good
problem.
to see you back, Jamie.
Cool, right, thanks fellas. Yeah, sorry to have dragged you all in up together, but I just thought rather than just going through the same, we'll spice it up a little bit. But yeah, thanks for jumping in, and we'll catch you all next week.
No worries, thank you.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
cheers guys. Thanks again for the broadcast and for the series.
Yeah, no worries. Right, fellas, that just about wraps us up then. I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed both of those races.
Yeah, fantastic races they were. That second one was absolutely great to watch.
And Bernie, I think you did a great job, and you know, you managed to have a bit of entertainment as well with Neil's doing so well in that race. Must have been difficult to keep focused on what you were doing and keep a little watchful eye on that.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. I had a great time, and thanks for having me tonight. Yeah, it was a bit hard to commentate and watch that, but it was a great night. I really enjoyed it.
Right, thanks, Mark, for jumping in. Obviously, up next, we're in about an hour's time. We've got the Sim Racers Asia GT series from Interlagos, so tune back into our YouTube channel for that. If you're watching on ARLTV.com, then the video will be switched into the live and broadcasting and timing page shortly. But yeah, so stay tuned, and we will have some GT3 action from Brazil. But from myself, Bernie, Mark, we thank you all for tuning in and watching this. Don't forget to like us, subscribe us, do all the usual social media, share it around. The you know, the more views, the better. Just gives us a little bit of motivation just to come back and try and improve the show for you. But thank you for everybody for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week.
So we off air, guys?